media is not a real place. People
Yeah.
do crazy stuff all the time, and you just kind of have to deal with it. And I guess with it, you know, you having all these followers, and in stardom comes like hate and all this different type of stuff. But only thing I've noticed is that people are very intimidated by natural.
The most jaw-dropping fight of the year happened outside, under the stars, and all over a man named Papoose. Therefore, ladies and gents, you should cancel your plans for a boxing match. Now imagine this. Two-time Olympic gold medalist and unbeaten boxing champion Claressa Shields was just going about her business at what was meant to be a quiet rooftop meal. However, the quiet was short-lived, presenting Tesehki, the well-known reality TV star who never fails to draw attention. Oh, and she is Saucy Santana's sister, just to be clear. Drama seems to run in the family, and Papoose is right in the middle of it all. Yes, he was caught up in a completely different kind of altercation with the esteemed hip-hop veteran who had long been associated with rapper Remy Ma, one that was more about accusations, love triangles, and side glances than lyrics. And that got going more quickly than Claressa's left hook. Instead of smashed cupcakes and broken wigs, the evening was meant to be one of champagne toast. This is how it all began. It was reported that Papoose and Claressa Shields had a private dinner together. Claressa reportedly arrived believing it was just the two of them, perhaps for a more private or business reason. In any case, the atmosphere was laid back until the leopard print appeared. Tesehki did not enter in an attempt to blend in. Instead, she arrived late, noisy, and totally unwanted. According to others who attended the event, she didn't even scan the room first. When she looked directly at Claressa, everyone saw it was going to turn left. Let's now briefly discuss Papoose. Some people had already expressed concern about his actions prior to this dinner. There were rumors that he was sending late-night direct messages to Tesehki. Next came the posts. Tesehki wrote, "I'll snatch what's minute on her tail a few days prior to the supper." Furthermore, if you believe that was a coincidence, you should know that it wasn't, because Claressa responded loudly and clearly in her own Instagram account. "Olympic gold has graced these hands. Don't try to outdo me." Claressa was prepared but not shocked when Tesehki entered that evening. The moment Tesehki entered, according to sources, the atmosphere changed. Side eyes and tension so intense you could feel it from the elevators were all that was present, along with no smiles or welcomes. It seemed as though Claressa was fighting to maintain her composure as she slowly got up from her chair. In the meantime, Papoose appeared to have seen a ghost, and to be honest, that was perhaps the only wise move he made that entire evening, because his expression revealed just about everything. According to those seated at the table, it appeared to be a setup, as if Tesehki was fully aware of the situation and the people present. Papoose was queried by Tesehki, "You really brought her here?" He did not answer, and it said it all in that hush. There was no warning, no build-up, and Claressa didn't wait for a response. She stood motionless for a while before sprinting across the floor in search of Tesehki. No shouting or back and forth took place. Claressa shifted as if she were entering the first round. At that point, Tesehki was being pulled across the floor, so she didn't even have time to flip her ponytail all the way around. According to witnesses, it happened quickly but wildly. Tesehki was shouting something like, "I just wanted to talk." Someone's bracelet broke off and heels were flying. However, conversing was no longer an option at that point. The rooftop quickly descended into chaos, and naturally, someone, indeed everyone, had their phones out. The brawl was filmed from several perspectives and posted online before the dinner was even finished. In a matter of hours, it had amassed more than 18 million views. Particularly popular was a video of Tesehki yelling, "I just wanted to talk," while her wig was falling off in the middle and two others were dragging Claressa back. The situation is made much more complicated by the fact that some people now believe the entire incident may have been staged because of rumors. For her own show, not just any old night out, Tesehki packed a video team. Some claim to have seen a man with a DSLR and a boom mic off to the side. The team didn't flinch when the brawl broke out. They simply continued the video. Was this a real fight over a man or a clout-chasing setup made for the cameras? Many are now asking. But Claressa's hands were clearly not acting, and the drama was genuine in any case. Witnesses say that after the brawl had already ended, security finally intervened. With the arrival of the officers, Claressa Shields made no attempt to resist. As though it were just another press conference, she walked with them after one of them remarked, "Ma'am, we need you to step over here." As if she had experienced commotion and cameras simultaneously before, she was literally shackled like a pro. Compare that to Tesehki, who was assisted into an Uber while appearing to have consumed 3 episodes of Bad Girls Club in a single evening. Wig with mascara smudging, leaning as if it needed a rest, and a single acrylic nail that was just about hanging on. Her face spoke for itself. She was clearly not expecting that level of heat. She was sobbing, sniffling, and murmuring, and I did nothing. Fat, though, is where things took a drastic turn to the left. Joe allegedly called the station where Claressa was being held in an attempt to talk her out of charges after becoming involved. According to one source, he said to police, "She's a national treasure," as he took an Olympic Ching into custody. The internet went crazy, even though no one could say whether or not that helped. Within hours of Freyla becoming popular, her supporters rushed to her defense, claiming that she was only defending her peace and soothing clout chaser Tesehki. Others were less forgiving, pointing out that Claressa should have used her words and that there are duties associated with being a role model. In addition to her fists, screenshots quickly began to surface. The first one, a late-night direct message from Tesehki to Papoose, stated, "I wish I could be where you're at." 2 nights before, to the rooftop meal, the message was sent. And then there was another. Papoose is said to have said, "She always wants to fight, you let me breathe," in this particular message. That one struck a deeper chord, since it implied that he was venting to the woman with whom Claressa had ended up fighting. If that's not complicated, I don't know what is. But that wasn't even the final twist. Claressa allegedly informed someone she was expecting Papapause's child at one point, according to a random account that appeared online. Claressa hasn't mentioned it in public, and no one could verify it. People began looking for hints in old Claressa interviews, but the rumor was enough to generate 1,000 speculations. Deep fans triumph when they realize that she's been wearing looser clothing. However, others said that the entire situation seemed prearranged from the beginning, pointing out that the fight was too opportune and coincided too closely with Tesehki's reality show filming schedule. The best way to put it was in one post, "This is a marketing tactic gone wrong, not a romantic triangle." Ultimately, all parties had something to lose, and social media ensured that no one got away with it. Don't believe that this is only about jealousy. The pregnancy is now being questioned as well. Leaked security footage from the rooftop was the first step in the whole situation. Despite the lack of music and the poor black and white movie, lip readers jumped in like it was an Olympic event. During the dinner, Tesehki was seen leaning in close to Papoose and mumbling something while Claressa was preoccupied. According to the internet, she remarked, "She isn't even pregnant." After that 5-second video started a fire, Twitter moved into full-on detective mode. As one user put it on social media, "You can literally see her mouth say, 'She isn't even pregnant.'" Another comment said, "They play Claressa dirty. This whole fight was a setup." As fans began watching past videos and interviews, some pointed out that Claressa had hinted at her pregnancy weeks prior, while others pointed out that she had never formally confirmed it on her own channels. Following the drama, some people think Claressa staged the pregnancy to win sympathy. A single article stated, "Classic PR damage control, play victim, avoid the mugshot headlines." Others didn't believe it. They claimed she was misled into attending the meal, intentionally set off, and then captured on camera when she lost it. According to a widely shared thread, they prodded the bear, captured the roar, and attempted to seem horrified. The video, however, made it apparent that Tesehki wanted Claressa shaken, whether or not she was pregnant. Everyone is picking sides in the online courtroom that was triggered by just one whisper. The internet is posing the crucial query, what happens now? After 1 wig, 2 restraining orders, and 5 camera angles. Officially, Claressa is out on bond. Some allege Remy Ma paid for it, while others assert Fat Joe twisted strings once more. In any case, since the arrest, she hasn't commented much and has just shared a mysterious "we." Appreciate your awareness that the truth will be heard more clearly on her Instagram story, which had no caption, and comments replete with fire emojis, boxing gloves, and hands in prayer. Papoose, in the meantime, is doing what he does best, disappearing. Not a tweet, not a post, not even a snapshot with a tag. According to rumors, he is keeping a low profile, avoiding ladies and the turmoil, and to be honest, is most likely intelligent. Videos of Tesehki's recording her latest video, Face Beat Ring Light, have leaked, demonstrating how busy she is behind the scenes. About how God removes people for a cause and how to mend haters. I'm ready. In essence, like a reality show veteran, she is transforming the mayhem into material. However, just as people were beginning to move on, a voice note that was purportedly from Claressa appeared on blogs. In it, she can be heard saying, "He played us both." And I'm not finished yet. Everything changed with just one line. Fans began sharing it with the tags, "This ain't over," and "Part 2 is about to get wild." Some believe she is preparing a lawsuit, while others claim she is planning a tell-all. As one user put it, she's going to get a documentary series and call it Knockout Love. Is Claressa the villain or the sufferer, we wonder now? Was Tay seeking influence or retribution? And where on earth is Papoose? Please leave a remark, click like, subscribe for part 2, and share your theories below.